that. In very small, hold like that. You know, in the dish in the menu for you today, you know from my village. But in this fried spring roll, everywhere in the city, in the countryside. But in the countryside and the city, in exactly in here different. In my village, always pork meat, put the mushroom, and the brown and the mushroom and the glass noodle. You can see the mushroom I put in jar over there. And yes, and put the mushroom, yes, and put the mushroom, put the brown mushroom, and the carrot, shallot, spring onion, and chicken egg, and the bean brown. But in the Hanoi, they use the extra in the ingredient, but they extra the half onion and 50 crab meat, crab the big one from the coast, because the crab meat very fancy. So in the village people don't do it. That's the truth. And begin the carrots with the onion too. So in the bean brown, you put in here, and you chop the spring onion like that, and you chop the shallot again. So we have a really good experience about chop the shallot. Who have done before already? You done? Now you done.
I try with onion. I can do onion. I will do the onion.
So in this mushroom here, I chop it already. Now you hold it. Sorry, you hold just julienne like that. Yeah. And you will fry it.
I'll do it.
You remember hold like that or hold like that. One way in the round, moving the end. You feel more stronger. Yeah. And you put in here. Since the glass noodle easier, you just cut in the soft like that. Yeah. This one in traditional spring roll for the Vietnamese people in the Laos. Yeah. So in this one, now you chop it, and the carrots cut off in a two way. Take off the skin.
There's more carrots.
The carrots for the salad and later. Nice. And you do like that. Yep. Who will do it? And the 2 eggs put in here.
Well, you hold it well all of it, okay? You do like this, okay? That the knife will never cut your finger, you see? And then you cut it like this. Small, this one you will cut later, okay? The big pieces. Small pieces, do it slow, because you can't do it as fast as she does ever. So yeah, hold it like this. You see, hold it like this.
Maybe not ever.
Exactly. Not ever, sorry, but not in the awesome. No, put the nose here. Yeah, and try to cut it also. Yeah, better. Okay, you're good.
I put the top and the outside.
Awesome.
Now can you give me the knife? I have to wash it later. You know, in the Christmas going to coming, the best thing I want to suggest for you to buy the rice paper wrapper from here and for souvenir. You know, in the rice paper wrapper in the Laos, in a better than in the South and better when you buy at home. Do you know why? Because the rice paper wrapper is cost from the South to the country taking 3 months for that. So in the North in fresh. You can see here fresh. You can taste it salty. So that's why, and I don't put in the I don't put only salt or fish salt in the filling because there's enough salt. Yeah. So in here, you take the 1 table filling like that.
This is salty.
Yeah. You can make the fresh spring roll, fried spring roll. You can buy and keep in the outside like that for 6 months. You don't need to put in the fridge.
And it's fresh.
Very fresh, and it takes a long time.
Oh, there, Lord. That's the important.
1 time, take out the air. You use 2 fingers, take out the air, because you don't take out the air. Cooking class and my family too. So in the broth we try today different, but in really nice. You can make it and keep in the fridge. for 2 weeks. And but in the last one, 1 month. Really nice. After you put in the fridge, it meant it coming out. And from dry vinegar, fish sauce balance. But you have to use the fish sauce. And this is exactly the product I use today. Do you know why? Because the fish sauce comes from the food pork. PHUQUOC. The best one they make it. Only one kind of anchovy. You know anchovy? And they may have a fish. They use the anchovies, weekend sauce, and maintain it for 12 months. After 12 months, the fish sauce coming out, the balance is useful, and the protein taking the here 40% protein coming out from the fish. So you use the larger one from MHG from the fish, not from the powder product. You know we are called the umami. Yes. So a larger flavor and making more food and more nicer, more taste. So in today we have a pickle dipping sauce. Because in the recipe today I serve for you like that, enough for 6 people for the spring roll, but we serve with the noodle, not with the rice. If we serve with the rice, we are just a little half recipe enough. Because in noodle you try to apply the soup, so you need the more and the sauce. But in today we are just dipping with the herb and spring roll and with rice, so it less the sauce. I don't want to make a lot and leftover. So we are making half recipe, and here we have a 3 tablespoons sugar. I show you do it, and later you do with the salad. I don't show how to do the same again, because in the fish sauce and now you do dry vinegar, but in later you do lemon juice. So in lemon juice and dry vinegar on fish sauce, you do the same the spoon, the same the way I do it. In here, very important. When I look and I make the half recipe and half recipe, I give the customer do it. But in very big difference. You know why? Because longer you always hold the spoon, you hide this the hand more than me. So in the spoon it go down. So in example, the spoon. Normal, you hold this and the one and the sugar like that. Or usually you don't like that, you just like that. You see the mix here. And I do one like that, yeah, and half, enough. In rice vinegar, you keep the whole like that. But in the soup tray, you see? My hand and spoon the same side, not a high like that, because in down, the water running down like that. So in the spoon, dry vinegar, you don't do like that one, not enough. And you have to cover the same, yeah, and half. Here. And I give for you 1 fish sauce, you do by the scale, yeah, fish sauce, put the, and 1 fish sauce in. And you have a half bowl of drinking water from here.
Ariel, do you want to put fish sauce?
Yes, fish sauce. One tablespoon.
1 tablespoon, and you see you need that to be very flat, that a lot of water for yourself.
Yeah, and the half bowl of water you put in here.
Hold with the other hand and you pour with the right. Oh, you want me to pour? Okay.
All of you can eat spicy or not. Yeah. Very spicy.
Sure.
Because we sit down.
We can put the spice on the side and add later.
Yes. But
Like
I
so that it's,
this one not spicy. This one and a little bit spicy. Now in this chili exactly spicy. But in white, and I said that now in little bit spicy more than this one, because in the chili now they end up in the seasoning, so they on the top. They're not from the first food coming out. So in the first one, always spicy more than the last one. Yeah. So in the now, this one green papaya and this is kohlrabi. If you want to go home seasoning in about best one. If you use for the pickle and salad, kohlrabi now is better more than green papaya, because the green papaya allows you to finish the seasoning. And when you try, sometimes too husband and too bitter or too chewy more than the kohlrabi now. So I give for you, you make it, and when you sit down, you can feel the green papaya a little bit bitter in the mouth. And this one is very nice, crunchy and fresh. And this one in the chili, I left for you to do it by yourself. You talking together. You want to how much? This is the chili. You want to decoration slide and put in here like that. Yeah. And the garlic as well. This is the kohlrabi and the green papaya. You cut the square side like that. Take off in the rattle. Outside, the local people just slide like that one for you. Like that. Yeah?
Yeah, no. Sure.
And but
Oh wow.
and I show you in here, you cut the square side,
All the sides you cut.
you and the V.
You didn't cut this.
Like that. V here. Like that. And you turn on the side. This one you can decoration for the dipping sauce and looking nicer. If you don't want to, up to you.
I think we're okay. We're okay.
Only if you don't want to listen.
Unless you guys don't want to. Be our guest.
What doctor today? What's the job?
Sorry?
What's the job?
No, doctor.
Well,
Yours.
nurses too.
No, she's yours.
Sorry.
I'm a nurse. She's a nurse.
Oh, that's so pretty!
Oh my god, it's so
I
beautiful.
don't want to do it.
No. No. No,
So very
she
simple.
wants to do it.
Yeah.
Me? No, she does.
That's
here.
It's just epic and beautiful.
Okay,
Now, the
So we have a
carrots.
V on
Okay.
every side.
The
huh?
carrots, you do the same. Cut the square and you do like that, or you cut the brown like that side.
Which one?
That's on each side. Don't
Take-
put it there though. I
Take
can
off
eat
the
it.
skin first.
I can?
Good one? Bitter? No?
No.
No?
What a bit.
For me too. Oh, so you like taking the whole thing?
Yeah,
Oh.
and the flour. You do the flour. Yeah.
Well, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, she's doing the flour for us.
Here, you cut two sides. If you cut in this one from top, if you cut the flour from back, and the shape for you. One, V. Turn another side. Because in first time you feel in nervous, but you're in do every day easier for you.
Start practicing.
I'm not ever doing this
By
at
the time
home.
you're 20, you might actually, get it.
Yeah, by the time I'm 20.
What?
I said start practicing now every day. By the time you're
When you're
20, you might get it. No, you want me.
And by the time you're 20.
Oh,
How old are you now?
Don't be annoying.
12.
12.
Okay.
So in here, yeah. So you can slide.
It looks like teeth.
No, yeah, and Vietnam and I.
Isn't that epic?
I don't
Yeah.
want to eat this.
So now you do everything by yourself.
Right
Yeah.
there.
Okay.
The only one who attempts to do the pretty one, it's this lady.
And him.
No, yeah, now family.
Oh, that's
Our
about
family, yeah. And you and we are doing just trying to chop it finely, which is.
No, I wanted. No, I made two really small cubes. I was actually going to try to do the same.
Are you still trying? Okay, good luck.
Yeah, good luck to me. Definitely.
Sort of. Sort of.
But you got
Almost.
not the idea.
Yeah.
I got the idea. They just come falling apart a bit.
Yeah, but still.
Oh, there we go.
No, this is the better one.
There we go.
Well done, lady.
Sauce. And the sauce we make in a pickle, crunchy, and we make by hand.
This is salt.
Salt. Look,
I do this one?
I do already. You do already. And 2 minutes. So after that we'll wash and take out.
No, this is
This one too thick. Yeah.
Oh, it's so cute. I don't know. Yeah. Good. More. Well done.
Okay.
I cook. She cooks with the skin of the garlic.
Do more?
No, that's enough. See here?
And we can try. This is the flavor. What do you think? It's a meat, dry meat. Gina, you need to try it. It's very good.
It's usual.
The beef.
It's beef, dry beef.
It's like floss?
It's like very similar to floss. Yes.
So you have to keep the oils like that.
Good.
Oh, hi. Yeah, it's very good.
Here.
She didn't realize.
Now we are
Pickles in the sauce.
Now you eat
It's
salty.
salty. Yeah. Okay. I know. I do pickles.
Try it. Very salty.
It's too salty.
So what do you do with it now?
You wash it. Now you wash it, and then you put the sauce on top. You wash it, and then you put the sauce on top.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes. So you roughly chop coriander.
Sprouts.
You put in here. Rub by 3. And this you have a salad. You have a chicken, coriander, bean brown, carrots, and banana flour, chili, lime juice, shallots, 1. In a 2 clove the garlic. So now I show you. This one, the chicken, I cook it already. Boil, just a boil. And you cut this one for, and I change it. But I explained for you before. When you go home, you can use for the prawn, for the pork, and for duck, and for the squid. But for Vietnamese local way, we never try this one in a salad because it's tender, too much tender. So when we are like the pig ear or squid or the pork and duck, more than this. And this one you cut chili, you take out the seeds.
Yeah, these pigs are the really spicy part.
Yes, so you slide like that and make the decoration and
Somebody's calling.
yes. So in this one, in the banana flowers here for you. So one banana baby here. You can see this one. When you eat very tangy, you try now. This one. Very bitter.
Oh, cute. So you
Oh,
eat
yeah.
just the end?
Very dry.
No, you eat the back.
Yeah.
The back. You eat just the back, not the front, right? Just the
Just
back.
back,
Just the
yeah.
back, not the front.
So now, why I give for you try it? Because you feel the banana roll.
Oh, it's good.
And when you chop it, you can see my finger here always black. Do you know why? Because when I pick off the coriander and herb and the mules and from the vegetable and the sticky, when you chop it in the same, you can see the finger in the front here that turn black. And you don't chop like that. Do you know why? Because you make the big one like that. You cannot eat the salad. Because in the side, in a lot of milk, you see, turn up quickly. Try to cut in very thin, like that. Yeah, very thin.
No, that's
And
not my job either.
after that, you put in the here. Turn the brown here.
It's
The
a rice
rice
water.
White water. Outside the rice, they have acid only. So you no need to use the rice vinegar or lemon juice more. When you go home, you don't have this. Just use the water or lemon juice, whipping water. And when you cannot cut this one and you turn away cut the chicken because in the chicken they turn black. So if you want to cut the chicken, you cut the lamb juice by half. Waste the one time. You see, gone. Yeah. So now, and you do it. Cut very thin. And coriander, roughly chopped chili, lamb juice. You have to quit by the cell. You quit the lamb juice in here, and after that, you do under the bowl. You do 3 tablespoons sugar, 2.5 tablespoons lamb juice, 1.5 fish salt. Look the recipe. You do everything by yourself. And I show garlic, you chop in.
Okay.
No, chop garlic.
Skin. Like that.
Low Regina.
And you do like that one.
Oh, that's so much
Oh,
fun.
it's so beautiful. Look how
Yeah.
beautiful it is.
So who will do it?
What? I took the easiest job.
Yeah.
Carrots here.
Cutting
And
chicken.
coriander.
Oh, I love
Lamb leaf here. Yeah. And the pillars and the bench here.
You said we needed garlic.
Oh, yeah.
We are adding roasted peanuts as well. Crushed. 3 tablespoons sugar. You need to help me with the sugar. Sugar 1. 3? 3.
No, it's the test one.
3.
Okay. What's next?
Now, 2.5 lime juice.
What if you... So after that, in the seat, the seats in the down here. So you just pour like
Pour
that.
for the tablespoon.
Yeah.
You see, you can check.
Okay. Let me just take the seat out. Makes me nervous. The seat.
How much? 1, 2.5. 1, 2.5.
That's about it.
It's about 1 lime. Very juicy
What
lime.
else? Next.
Okay, chili I put already here. So this is the best.
No garlic here. Yes, you put in.
Garlic Ariel already did.
Yeah.
Now banana.
So now you...
Do the honors. I wish I could find vegetables in my house.
Yeah. Mix the dressing together and serve in here.
More.
That's about it.
1.5 tablespoons.
Yeah, that's good.
Mix all together and put the dressing here on the bottom.
I think we have to.
Or salad?
Yes, pour the dressing in the salad and make
Okay,
it.
pour the dressing in the salad, mix it with the sugar.
Now the pork.
Toss?
Yeah.
Okay, let's toss it. And the clumsiest person around does it, which is not the brightest idea. Oh, it smells so fresh, so fragrant, like the fragrance that just hits me.
Okay.
Wow. Done.
You push the spring
And now
roll.
let's put it here.
Make the hot oil. Let the bubble come in. You cook again. Okay.
On
Yes.
top.
Let the oil hot first.
Yeah.
Can I try a raw taro?
What?
It's
Yes,
not raw,
you can
just
try now.
it's cooked already.
No, in the hand roll.
How do you know the difference in the color? There is some very
No, this
purple
one's sweet
one.
potato.
Sweet potato. It's purple sweet potato.
Yes. So I put in now, and the coconut cream. What happened? Yes, beautiful.
Coconut?
No,
It's
coconut cream.
Coconut cream.
Cream, yeah. And we can water and sugar. I do in the less sugar for you today, only 3 tables. But in for Vietnamese, have to 7 or 8. So you want to 7 or 8 or 3?
Thank you.
3. Yes.
We find things too sweet for us.
Yeah. So now I bring to boil it, just to boil it.
This is how you need to open. I do it wrong. That's it. Well done.
Now you take like that.
Can I bring your machete?
Ah, it's so prettiness. It's so beautiful.
Now who do it?
Who do it, the pretty? Take the honors. Do it.
I'm not good at pretty.
Let's do pretty.
Let's do pretty.
It's
I'll do
coconut
one.
cream.
I'll do one
Milk,
pretty.
by the way.
I'll do one pretty.
Yeah, well done. Well done. Now Ariel does the pretty face with eyes. Oh yeah. Ah.
There you go.
He does the pretty face, you see? Smiley face.
Maybe a bit overboard.
And nose.
With the spring roll here, like that, and you take the pickle. Try here. Yeah.
try not to spill everything.
So you dipping in here and hold like bowl like that together, like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Try.
All right.
With pickles.
I'm just gonna see how
Try,
many.
try.
Wait.
You're loving the food?
My big tasty face.
Good. Hot. Wonderful. That's how you eat it, apparently, with a lot of greens. And it tastes good, isn't it?
How about the sweet potato stem?
What is it?
Let's try this one.
And what are you doing afternoon?
Oops, it's the third time. Nice.
But
I like it.
I like it.
One side berry and one
Very
side
soft and
coconut.
sweet,
Just a
not
little bit.
overly sweet.
When
And coconut, you can
do
flavor the
activity
coconut very
as a
well.
woman,
Please, if you're in Hanoi, check the links below to come to her classes.
Highly recommended.
Highly recommended. If she could tolerate us, you will enjoy it.
Yes, she survived us.
She survived us and it was absolutely amazing. The food is unspeakably good. So yeah, thank you so very much and please subscribe, write us a comment, thumbs up, us and cheers.
Loud in life.
And remember,
Go towards your joy and cook something yummy every day.
yes, and see you next time.
next time. Bye.
Bye.